Hugh Jackman, welcome to Loose Women.
What a way to start the day.
And listen, you can't be a loose woman,
fantastic.
an honorary loose woman, without your own loose woman mug.
All
so
right,
there you go.
oh, really?
That's from
fantastic.
us to you.
I'm not exactly sure how I explain this to Deb when I drink from this. Good morning, baby.
because your wife, Deborah, she hosted The View, didn't she? Which is the American equivalent.
Yeah. I mean, I've always said to her she would be fantastic for a show like that because she has, well, I don't want to say anything about you guys, but she's very forthright in her opinions. She sometimes has foot and mouth, which I think is perfect for the show. So there's no filters. There's,
and did she? My husband complains that I talk about him too much and I give too much away. Did she talk about you?
No, she's actually good with that. Well, she's very funny and she did talk about me a little bit, but she's quite private on that side. I'm the one actually loose. I talk way too much. She's like, really? You had to tell that story? Come on.
When you get home from work, does she cut you down to size? Does she keep you in the real world?
Look, I did make a mistake when I was named the sexiest man alive by People magazine.
Alive?
Ever. I think in the universe,
Ever? Okay.
And I did take the magazine home and I was like, hey guys, sexiest man alive is home. She goes, oh, terrific. Could the sexiest man alive take the garbage out, please?
There you go.
I understand that your wife has had some abuse on the internet and so on. Does she find it tough, you know?
You know, we try not to look at it. Sometimes, of course, she looks at it and it's like, what? Hang on, what do I know? Just because I married him, you know. But she's pretty tough cookie. Every day of my life, I run into an X-Men fan somewhere, and they're very vocal. And I kind of dig that because if you're a fan of something and you have no control over what someone's doing, it must be really frustrating, you know. And they do tell me, and it's very, what about this? And you haven't done the berserker rage in this moment. And what about this girl? And she's meant to be this. I invented something that he had a fear of flying, right? Because I just had this, growing up, Indiana Jones, I loved that he had the fear of snakes, right? And I was like, every hero's got to have something. Yeah. So I had this fear, and I tell you, every day, he's not afraid of flying. He's not afraid of anything. I'm like...
No, he pretty much can do anything, though, can't he, Wolverine?
Yeah, except fly.
Except fly.
Hello. Playing footsies here. Yeah.
Did you invent the fear of flying because you don't like flying? Because you have to fly a lot, don't you?
No,
What's your fear then?
When I was growing up, I had a lot of fears. Dark, I was afraid of heights. It was terrible, being the youngest and growing up in Australia where everyone seems to be jumping off a cliff or doing something, you know. It was really restricting, so I kind of forced myself to get over it. And now, I'm sure most of you guys are parents, most of my fears are centred around my kids.
They watch the movies?
They do now, yeah. It took them a while.
Now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just old enough, and they're on set a lot, so they see it being made, and actually they quite like it. I mean, when my son said, it was pretty cool, that was like the greatest review ever.
Yeah,
I mean, he does not think it's cool that I'm Wolverine. I mean, I have caught him once saying to a girl, my dad's Wolverine, you know, once.
And I know what a macho society... It's not so macho now, but it used to be. And I know that you wanted to dance when you were 12.
Yeah.
Did you get laughed at?
Worse than laughed at, really. Well, I was at primary school, so I was in 6th grade, and during the concert we all did dancing, and going way back, we were dancing to YMCA, you know, in the concert.
Yeah. Can you still do it?
Okay, of course.
Yeah,
Come on.
There you go.
The teacher for that said to me, you know, Hugh, you have talent, you should really go into dance classes. There's no dance at school. And I was like, great. And I went home and told my dad, who was always like, yes, anything we wanted to learn. He was like, great, do it. And my brother overheard and he was like, you sissy. So I didn't do it. I'm the non-Billy Elliot story. And when I was 18, my father took my brother and I to go and see 42nd Street, which was on in Sydney. And my brother, at the interval, came up and he goes, I'm really sorry for what I said all those years ago. And I was like, what? He said, you know, when I was making fun of you for dancing, he said, I think you should be doing that. You should go and do it. And I'm sorry. And I did. I signed up the next day for a dance class.
Just click here to watch more interviews with a whole range of famous faces. And click here to subscribe. It's free, so you'd be silly not to, really.
I don't know if I would go back to stripping, no. Maybe I would, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do a third Magic Mike if everything goes horribly wrong.